The use of metamfetamine has skyrocketed over the past several years.
Boredom, loneliness, self-esteem. When you do the drug, all that disappears.
She was a major supplier, making $200,000 or more a week.
Taking a journey back to Ottumwa, Iowa, where everything went down 30 years ago.
Remember this place?
Oh, my God.
Lori Stockdale was addicted to alcohol at age 14 as a result of her mother's influence. Lori needs to get fucking angry at my mom, feel the pain of what happened to her.
What she did was wrong. She
ruined your life. She became a big-time drug dealer. Well, fucking right.
I was tired of living life struggling. Thought I deserved something, you know. And then I got a way you can make a little money. Methamphetamine. When I hit, it's like, all right, I like this. And it just started to snowball. Now, this is me and my husband, Floyd. We are at the river cabin. This is Josh when he was little. It was hard living. We're broke. I mean, we can't afford to go anywhere. Can't afford anything, really. I don't know, I was just stuck in a rut and didn't know how to get out. So when Floyd's brother Mike came down and the meth opportunity came, it just, I don't know, it just rocked my world. When you do the drug, you feel more confident, you feel tougher, you feel involved, you're more social. It gave me so much energy and confidence, and people loved it because it got them out of their boredom and depression. Floyd's brother, Mike, brought me down some more, and then he said, you know what, instead of me just bring it down, let me introduce you to the guy I get it from. This guy pulled up in my driveway in a white Corvette. I'm like, wow, well, that's a nice car. I'd love to have a car like that. And he has the keys in his hand and the quarter-pound in the other hand. He said, here, and he gave me the keys and he gave me a quarter-pound. He goes, sell that, car's yours. I mean, it's like something you can't turn down. It was too good to be true type deal. Well, the quarter-pound didn't last a long time. It hit so hard around town, everybody wanted more. They had people that wanted some. It just spread like wildfire.
Lori always had a lot of friends. But I'll tell you, when she was selling drugs, she was extremely popular.
It felt amazing. Absolute magical cure for alcoholism. Because you're so high, you know you're not going to get drunk. Felt like I finally had the answer.
It's kind of pretty addictive right from the get-go.
You do a little line and stay up for 3 or 4 days, you know? So it was more bang for your buck. I just wanted more.
I couldn't sell enough. 25 bucks here, 25 bucks there. The money just came in so fast, so I'm getting all this money and I have nowhere to put it. Didn't have a bank account or anything. I didn't have a safe, but I had this cheap paneling in my cabin that wasn't nailed right, so it kind of stuck out a little bit. So I started stuffing money in there, and I started making pretty good money. My wall was bulgy there for a while. I thought, well, you know, I can kind of do the same thing for my friends so they can make a little extra money.
Lori just asked me if I was interested in having my own, And I said, well, sure, why not? She'd front it to me, and I'd pay for what I paid for it, and then partied with the rest. That's what I thought I was supposed to do.
They gave me some to sell because they loved me, and they were making money, and they wanted me to make money. You know, I was a welfare mom before meth came in town. Now all of a sudden we got spending money, you know, and it felt really good. Don't tell me that money doesn't bring you happiness, because it does. And it did us.
Everybody was making money. Everybody liked it, everybody's having fun. Selling drugs came fairly easy to me.
Yeah, she's moving her way up. Oh, man, this feels good. Now I got people working for me. Oh, we can do better. I can make more money, get more drugs.
We were starting to sell so much of it. And a guy that we were getting it from locally said he was going to introduce us to his guy. And his guy was out in California. And he was involved with the Mexican cartel. So Floyd went and met the big supplier because Floyd was very intimidating. He was badass and he looked badass. He knew how to talk to big people.
You know, Floyd is the real deal. Floyd would be bad to fight with.
Lori was the brains and the mathematician and all of that stuff, and Floyd was just the muscle. She was intelligent enough to know how to make money work for her.
She became the brains of this big drug operation where she had this badass biker husband of hers do her bidding.
Everybody used to say, no guts, no glory, no Floyd, no Lori. We got involved with the Mexican cartel because we could actually get pretty good deals with them. We started out with 1 pound for $10,000. I could turn around to $40,000 when I got back with it. Some they would haul in from Mexico, but they set up their own lab in California and were making it. So it seemed to be even better than what was coming across the border. The stuff was so good that you had to cut it because it was too pure. We didn't want anybody to get hurt, so we made sure when we gave it to the people selling for us, we also gave them the correct cut to cut it with. So it would tamper it down just a little bit so nobody would OD or anything like that. It was gone so quick. We had to turn around and go right back the next week, but we had enough profit from that 1 pound to get 2 pounds. Within a month's time, we were needing a lot more, and the trips, every time you go out, you know, that's a 3-day driving thing. It was a constant back and forth, so then we brought in other people that we trusted to move bigger amounts themselves, so Floyd wouldn't have to go every time. We didn't want to get detected by anyone seeing us in the same vehicle going out to California, Phoenix, Arizona, you know, a place like that. So we bought a piece of land, laid a slab of cement, built a building to work on our vehicles. Put a car lot in there, S&S Enterprises for Stockton and Stockton. Went to auctions, got some decent cars, and hired a couple guys to work in the shop, fix it up so we could sell it. We could also switch out cars if we needed to go to California stuff because the same car going out might be a bad thing. So we wanted to kind of switch it out and use different vehicles too. We started getting 5 pounds a couple times each month in California. I had a guy that I dealt with about 20 miles away from town. I would call him up because he was always good for the money and he always wanted good quantity. It was just a quick turnover. So I'd say something about, hey, I'm gonna come over tonight. I'll bring pizza. How many pizzas you want? Knowing, you know, how many pounds of dope you want. 2. I was, okay. Well, first I got to do some errands, stop at the store. So he knew to meet me. There was a constant, easy in and out. He didn't know people around here. He didn't deal around here. He had his own territory. We'd have people coming in from Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, buying it and taking it back up. It spread out pretty good.
She had something everybody wanted.
Everybody all of a sudden really loves you more than they ever did. You know, looking back on it, was very fake, but it sure didn't seem like it at the time.
I started thinking, you know what, I got money now. I need to do something with it so I don't have to sell drugs. I always wanted my own bar, and the Union Station was going up for sale. I bought it for 40 grand, fully stocked. I just wanted people to have a place to go that could have a good time, leave their cares behind, and just enjoy themselves. Miss this place. Bar, bathroom, my dance floor's over here. Had a big old shuffleboard table on the wall. Somebody wanted to play shuffleboard. My office is in the back. I named it the Wild Side because Floyd liked Westerns, and we happened to be watching a Western called The Wild Side, and I thought, man, that is a perfect name for a bar.
Lori's was a real biker bar, an actual biker bar.
Friday night, you park your bike right out front, walk in. Bikes over here, bikes around the corner. It was a popular bar. It was a good bar, you know.
I want someplace that everybody felt welcome. We're bikers, you know. They're just a different breed of people. They want to wear their jeans and their leathers, come in and drink and have a good time.
When Lori was in the bar and she had fun, everybody had fun.
I love socializing. I love people. So I hired a lot of my friends. My friend Lisa, now, she's seen me in all different walks of life.
When I started working there and stuff, the people I met there were decent, normal people. Of course, they got leather coats on, some of them with some big beards or longer hair or whatever it is, but that was normal back then.
I was needing a job. Lori was looking for trustworthy bartenders, ones that wasn't ripping her off every time she turned around. Because if you don't know about bar business, you know, the bartenders will steal you blind.
Yeah, this is where come in my back door. We had the bandstand. It was raised up, so the band was set up a little higher than everyone.
She would hire these really good bands to come in there, and that place would just be packed with people, you know.
Had plenty of room for dancing. Had tables and chairs set up here. I had a little microphone back behind the bar that I'd sing along with the band once in a while, whether they wanted me to or not. I can't sing.
Lori would have Halloween parties, and that was like her big deal to try to fool everybody.
This is me dressed up for Halloween. Got the wig, and I got heels, and I'm wearing a dress, and it's slit up the side, and looking sexy and all this stuff. So I walk up to the bandstand and said to the drummer, I said, "Hi, Roger." He goes, "Hey, Lori." I'm like, "How'd you know it was me?" He goes, "I watched you walk up here."
She walks like a truck driver. You know, just, Lori, don't do that in the maid's costume.
If there was trouble at the Wild Side, they handled everything in-house.
If it went down, Lori would be the first one to hop across the bar and grab you by your throat. You know, I've seen her do it to several people.
One particular Friday night, I remember, it was a Friday night, August. We'd had about 2 weeks of 100-degree weather. It'd been hot, dry, miserable, and we had a full moon. There was like, it was like midnight, somebody rang the fake bell. There was like 10 fights just all at once. Boom! You know, the bouncer was tired just running back and forth between the fights.
Floyd was the muscle and power in case I needed it. I mean, I pretty much have my own, but men, you know, don't respect women running shit right away. You stand right here, and he'd just have that look on his face, Wouldn't say anything. He'd just look around. He looked mean. You know, he had that mean look.
Floyd was not a nice person. I mean, he was a mean fella. You didn't want to be on the bad side of Floyd. He'd stand at the end of the bar, and his beard was long, and it hung down over his arms, and he'd just turn his head.
He would be at one end of the bar, and I'd be at the other, and you'd just see him pulsating. He wanted to murder me. And Lori would be between us, like, calm down, and Floyd, get back. And she's like, Tommy, shut the fuck up.